What is going on, YouTube? It is Mr. Game Squatch here. Today we have a nice special unboxing to do, and if it's any inkling of the figures that I have in front of me between the 501st Legion, the TIE Fighter Pilot, and the Scout Troopers, I think, and also from the title of this video as well, and thumbnail, you can probably guess what it's gonna be, because we have a little package from GameStop. And I think, as anybody may know what could possibly be in this box, I think you're all gonna love it, because I sure as hell do. And I wish I had a pair of scissors on me right now, so we're gonna improvise with my tweezers, because obviously I have a desk and no scissors, because I don't know what to do with my life besides to get scissors for my desk. So anyway, plus these things cut pretty well anyway. But as many of you who are a fan of the collecting and Star Wars fan base, you will probably already know that Hasbro is starting to come out with a second phase of their Black Series sets, and instead of doing the standard, you know, black type Black Series set, as you can see for my children up there, they are going to be changing into this more modern looking type of box that we will emerge in here. I'm actually really hyped to see this, even though I'm really pissed that I pre-ordered this thing and yet it's already still available in stores before anybody else, which is bullcrap, like Target and everything. And they also gave me this big ass box for one figure, but dun, 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 there we go. We have the Star Wars The Clone Wars Kamino Clone Trooper. And I gotta say, I'm always a big fan of Clone Trooper action figures, especially when they're Hasbro made, because they are always done so freaking nicely. I mean, look at that. I love that. Not a big huge fan of this little lip right here in the box like that. It's kind of weird, but I do like the design of the new box with how it's not a straight box. It's got the angle there, so it's still technically, you know, I can't think of the word. Whatever a four-sided object is. But otherwise, it looks pretty sick, especially the artwork there. I love the artwork on this side, on that side, and also the same with this side. It's just glossier, and this side's more matte, but I love how this looks. Let's read the description on the back here. Okay. The Republic Clone Troopers represent the future of galactic warfare. So symbolic were they of the times the galaxy-wide conflict that saw their debut took its name from their ranks, the Clone Wars. Because of course they are technically clones in this time. Like when they were, you know, officially before that they were, you know, clone troopers, which is what that 501st Legion figure is, and then they became stormtroopers, which was sort of a mix of clones and also recruits, abductees, whatever you want to call them, you know, going off of the, you know, Disney things, you know, for different First Order troopers and stuff like that. But mostly, you know, it was clones, and they started to die out, kind of phased them out, and so it was clones and regular troopers. But that's not what we're here for. We're not here for a Star Wars lesson. We're here to see this figure come out of its box and see how well it is. And as we can tell from the top here, Hasbro has made it extra secure in getting this thing out of here. Instead of just one little piece of tape, we've got 4. Because why not? I mean, I only paid for the thing. Why does it have to be super secure to get it out? But that's not going to affect how I feel about this figure at all. Okay, let's pull that up. I will say it's going to display nicely, that is for sure. I also like the blaster rifles as well that come with it too. You got the regular standard blaster and then the heavy blaster. I also like this front cover piece that comes off. So let me adjust back down. There we go. Okay, now let's try and get this guy out. So far so good. He's got a little bit of a weird ankle. Okay, so we got our guy, and I am loving the feel of all of this. Does his helmet come off? I don't think his helmet... It looks like his helmet would come off, but it doesn't. Like here, you can see the headpiece underneath of this. You can see, but it doesn't look like it comes off. I don't think it does. No, that's just the sculpt of the head, I believe. Well, I don't want to break it, obviously, but that's just the sculpt of the head is, you know, the full neck. And then you can see kind of like the earpiece. Let's see if we can zoom in here. It's almost like they wanted it to be able to come off. Like I said, you can see an ear. And it's skin toned as well. So I mean, it's like it wants to come off, but not really. Well, maybe. I can't tell if I'm prying it off or if it's about to pop off. So, yeah, before we break that. So anyway, like I said, he looks pretty cool. I love the helmet, and I also like the colors of this too, being that, you know, from Kamino with the logo on their side. This is before they become actual like full out clone troopers, I believe. This is when they're on Kamino, which is where they're bred and raised to be clone troopers. I'm not a big fan of his ankles right here, though. I don't know if that's just a factory defect or if that's just how they're made. It's also very, ooh, I was gonna say that's very stiff. Then again, that's probably just from the factory as well. Okay. I also like the articulation in the abdomen region there. Okay, so don't want him squatting down to take a shit or anything. Very soft material for the shoulder pad here. It's like it's not fully loose, you know. Not very overwhelming, I guess, for this figure. Not feeling that overwhelming, like, you know, sense of love, I guess, for this figure. Not that I hate it or anything, it's just not, I don't know. I was really hyped for this when I first seen it and thought, man, I should pre-order that because it's probably gonna be, you know, impossible to freaking find. And come to find out, a week ago or so, my friend told me he was in Target the one time and they had gotten a fresh, like right off the truck, fresh box of Black Series figures, and included was a couple of the new Admiral Akbars, a Kamino clone, the Beskar Steel Mandalorian, and I think a couple of the Childs and some other figures that nobody really cared about. And the one dude was literally in the box before the worker even got to it, was searching through for what to get, and my friend was lucky enough to walk away with this and probably a couple other things, but he just said he didn't really need them. So either way, he walked away with this, and I had the nerve to freaking pre-order this and even pay to have it first day, meaning today. And I guess you could say I'm a little salty about that, but I mean, what are you gonna do? It's freaking Hasbro, and I guess it's released today for GameStop. Well, by the time this goes up, it'll be yesterday, but whatever. So that's just my luck, I guess. I also pre-ordered the 40th anniversary Darth Vader as well for the Black Series for the new set. So that should be released on September 1st, 2020. And I'm going to be really hyped to see that as well, whether it's going to be again with this one where it just freaking decides, you know, man, let's just put it out in stores, even though, you know, we have it in, you know, we already have it out. Like, let's release it in stores even though people are pre-ordering it from GameStop instead. Like, really? Okay. Now this is starting to annoy me with trying to get this little blaster in his hands. Not always easy with these things. Sometimes there's a little finesse you gotta get to it, like slipping it in like that instead of breaking it. And that's obviously the trigger hand. Alright, well, there's something, I guess, so we can have him kind of posing, I guess, even though it's very awkward. Like I said, it's a little bit awkward, but you know what? Without him standing like he's got a stick in his ass. Trying to get him to where he can kind of look sort of cool, I guess. It's just not, it's not working with me. This is not, yeah. Plus his feet are just so weird. As far as, like, you know, his boots or whatever. Okay, that's not bad. I kind of like that. It's not exactly, let's move that out of the way. It's not exactly like the box as I hoped, I guess. It's not exactly as like the box. But it's still pretty neat, I guess, as far as for displaying it if I wanted to keep it out of the box. So, yeah, I mean, it's different. Of course, looking at the box, I don't really know how he's supposed to actually hold that, because, I mean, I always assumed kind of hold it from that little scope, and now looking at the box and how he's holding the blaster, you don't even see a hand. It's just no hand, no fingers, nothing. Like, how does he hold that? I guess that's just a design flaw of the box, not factory, but that's just something Hasbro didn't think of. So that's what I'm assuming what it would look like, and I think he looks pretty neat. Overall, I kind of give this figure 8.5 out of 10 for my rating, even though I haven't done that in a while. I give this a good 8.5 out of 10 just for the fact of the possibility of being able to take the helmet off. Even though you probably can, you probably can't. I don't know. I don't want to break the figure. That would really suck. Big time. So I'm not going to even risk it. And just the ankles are really killing me with it, because I mean, he may be standing like this normal, but other than that, it's just even just looking at it, it's just not even really straight. Because I mean, you could see that one ankle is kind of just standing up in the back, I guess. It just doesn't, it just looks like it looks like he's standing on the inside of his feet like me, and I don't like that. So other than that, yeah, good 8.5 out of 10. Other than that, yeah, and also the fact that I had to pre-order this and still got it after it was already in stores already, that irritates me. That will forever irritate me. But other than that, let me know what you guys think about it in the comments. Maybe see if you would get yourself one or not. Another thing I'm also kind of noticing too is with the box, how under the chest plate, that edge there, they didn't paint that on the edges of the chest plate, breastplate, whatever you want to call it. So it's not, they didn't even fully paint it right either. And also at the top here, I know it's probably really hard to see, but now probably really a little bit hard to see. It would be you could see on the helmet where the factory mold broke off. Not that it was anything important, but that little detail is, I don't know, it just irks me a little bit for what I paid for this figure. I think I paid $22 for the actual figure and then another 10 or so for shipping. So about 30 bucks or so. But other than that, I think it's a good addition to the collection. And so that'll wrap it up for this video. If you guys like this video, hit that notification bell to be alerted of when I make some more videos, and subscribe. I'd really appreciate it. And check out some of my other videos, which tends to be a lot of other unboxings and other Star Wars and video game related stuff. So I hope you guys stay safe, stay healthy, and have a great day.